प्यारे बच्चों, कैसे हो सब लोग। आज हमारे साथ ठीक है एक बहुत स्पेशल गेस्ट है। वी हैव अ वेरी रिनाउंड, वेरी रिस्पेक्टेड पर्सनालिटी ऑफ द कंट्री अभी हमारे साथ। हमारा सबका सौभाग्य हमारे सारे बच्चों को आज एक बहुत एस्टीम्ड पर्सनालिटी से इंटरेक्ट करने का मौका मिलेगा। तो बच्चों जल्दी से बता दो, क्या हम लाइव हैं? यस, जल्दी से चैट में लिख दो फटाफट। क्या आप लोग हमें देख पा रहे हो, हमें सुन पा रहे हो? यस, करेक्ट। जल्दी बताओ, जल्दी बताओ। ओके ओके, यस, तो आई थिंक वी आर लाइव। द वॉइस इज क्लियर, बच्चे आ चुके हैं। नाइस। तो बच्चों यार, मैं हूं आपका बड़ा भाई अजीत लुल्ला सर, बीटेक फ्रॉम आईआईटी बॉम्बे। और आज हम सबका एक सौभाग्य है ना, वी आर ऑल वेरी फॉर्चुनेट टू हैव अ टाइम प्रेजेंस ऑफ मिस्टर प्रोफेसर, very renowned professor from IIT Guwahati, प्रोफेसर सर के बारे में मैं थोड़ा सा एक इंट्रोडक्शन देना चाहूंगा। यस यस, ओके, वी आर लाइव। परफेक्ट परफेक्ट। तो हमारे साथ है डॉक्टर जुबराज विकास बरुआ सर। सर इज अ faculty of Department of Chemistry from IIT Guwahati since 2003, PhD from ISC Bangalore, and also associated with Tokyo Institute of Technology. Sir have received many awards in the research field. I will like to uh, yes, I would like to name some few awards the sir ने receive के E-Core Award at International Conference on Organosilicon Chemistry. And sir के research areas है super molecular chemistry, novel optical, electrical, magnetic material design and organic and inorganic chemistry पे सर ने बहुत रिसर्च कर रखी है। तो आज सर हमारे साथ हैं। सर, वेलकम टू अनअकैडमी। A very warm welcome from all our students and all our teachers. Yes. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. See,
Yes.
the
Hello,
friends,
sir.
I'll call all of you as a friends because see the how see, although you are like my son and daughter now, okay, because I am
Right.
now really aging, okay, now approaching 60, okay,
So,
after 2 years
so
complete.
sweet of you, sir.
So these are all like kids. Okay. Yeah, if you have any questions, okay, you can ask me. But what I wanted to talk about, is on changing of landscape of education in and its future. Yeah, education kya hai? What is the education actually? That's very important. Okay, for you, all of you. Why it is important? Because see, education means knowledge. Okay, and see the who creates knowledge. The knowledge is created by, okay, everybody living in the earth, or everybody, okay, every living creatures creates knowledge, and the non-living creatures also provides you source to learn knowledge. Okay, and that means you create a knowledge hub, and based on that, you make livelihood, and based on that, you make your future life. And see, and seeing those and looking at those, and making your livelihood better, you educate yourself. That is the question. Okay, there lies the issue. And after educating yourself, okay, what you do is that you educate others, and you make a better place. And see, these are related, but these are related to your livelihoods, your profession, okay, your what is called how it has come. These are the issues, okay, which comes up. So I prepared 5 transparencies, and I have made a PPT. You can go through, and
Great.
from that that can be shared with you, and you can just have a look at that. You can see my, you can send the questions to the host, and or to the our organizers, and they would be able to help you, okay, what is to be done. But the issue is that, see, I just would like to tell you that, okay, you can you move to the last transparency, because there is no point in talking too much. I'll just put the last transparency. Okay. Here, okay. See, the fact of what I want to talk in a nutshell is are these points. See, first of all, to educate, you need to make a knowledge hub. Knowledge hub can be both. It can be a local knowledge hub or it can be at a global level. That means, okay, how you make the knowledge hub. That is the interesting issue. Knowledge means, okay, whatever you are getting for pedagogy, whatever you got it from past, whatever you are going to do in future, and that will be accumulated together. And then and through that, you will be generating skills, okay, and you will be able to process the knowledge. Then you will imbibe the ability to learn and unlearn in a formal and informal structure. Formal structure means, okay, you will go to school, okay, in a dress manner with the uniform, okay, with other things. But in informal manners means, okay, you do not have to have those setups. You do yourself, or in a formal education in an informal manner, you can have a formal kind of thoughts which is done by this thing in an informal manner, and finally, again to after that, disseminate learning through to the greater part of the society. That means to make the society better, and you disseminate whatever you have learned. And then finally you acknowledge. Okay, acknowledge means those who have created education or make it better. And then and you start appreciating that. And then you finally, okay, what you do is that it is the knowledge hub which is got dissipated, and make education, education which has gone, okay, gone to places after places. See, I think I made the transparencies with little bit, higher standard. That is why, I thought that, okay, I'll put it, because, the information what is provided was to give me a seminar. But, now it has become a little bit, interactive session. So I would like to say that you try to understand these 5 issues, okay? That is, I put it as KAIDA. You move to the next transparency, please. Please. Okay. See, this KAIDA means, okay, KAIDA is a word, which is a Spanish word. It means fall. Okay, I just abbreviated it as a kaida. And in Hindi, or in our language, okay, colloquial language, kaida means kaida, okay, to perform something. Okay, there is a way. It is a way, okay, to do things. Now this kaida, okay, why I float is that see, if you abbreviate it, it has the 5 points, 5 pillars of the educational framework that I put it in the earlier transparency. And I believe that, okay, and otherwise also it is, if we do not stick to these guidance, the education will not be implemented and it will fall. And that is the main issue. And if you take these 5 points together, in the and that you look at other transparencies which should be circulated to you, you will see that, okay, how the education is evolving, how education is, how education transforms, and how education can be acquired, and whether it's not a matter of age, it is not a matter of gender, it is not a matter of what is called caste and community or any other aspects. But what is there is that education makes you a better living. It is education is to make a better living in the world, or in the universe, or beyond that, if we can reach. So this is what I just wanted to tell. And with these points, okay, if you have any questions, you can ask me. But today, okay, please avoid that, okay, chemistry. Okay, the reason is that today I'm not worried about chemistry. I'm worried about this kaida. Okay, how to implement education and how to take it forward, and how to carry for how to make, okay, makes it, educate yourself and educate others. This is the main point of my contention today. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and you can ask me questions, because we are already nearing 3 o'clock.
Right, 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 right. Bilkul. Thank you so much, sir. I wanted to ask her, after COVID, there are many changes in the educational system. Pre-COVID, there were many difficulties. Now, after COVID, also students are facing many difficulties. So, what have you faced the changes in the educational system after COVID? How
See,
it changed?
actually, see, there is not going to be much change. It's like a halt. Okay, what you had. Now, see, the other thing is that the halt has made students to also realize 2 things. The affection, and they have and they know that, okay, something is lost, is not being, again being recovered. So what will happen is that, see, the urge to do new things, and urge to do applied things. Okay, that means, okay, to give, suppose, okay, solution, that will become the more important issues rather than looking at the looking at something, okay, and reading, okay, I just read it and take a job or some kind of things, okay. Instead of that, okay, what happens is that either I take this take professional education to a setup where I can deliver something and make it implemented and make it a better to the what is called for the mankind. That will be the issue which will become more concerned. But it is a mere voltage, okay, which is created by the nature, or you can say that, okay, by the God Almighty, okay. And it is nothing, it is not going to affect that, okay, that the education or the total environment is going to change. What has happened is that it has educated somebody in the in the in the countries which were in the developing level, is to make the remote education, okay, implemented, okay, through online mode. That is the only change, okay, which is got implemented in a better way, which would have taken little more time, okay, in the underdeveloped countries, because in developed countries already it is there. Now in underdeveloped countries, this is the COVID has given a boost to do that. That has made it compulsion that, okay, there should be this thing. And other thing is that networking. Okay, networking issue was not a issue that was being taught in by this our small kids, and or the at the level, okay, where the primary education goes. Now at the from the primary education level, the what is called the what is called the linking of people, okay, at different places, trying to adapt education from another place, and or trying to disseminate something, so that will become that will become more effective. That is what is going to happen, I feel. Rest of the
Right.
things, okay, science and technology as it moves, or or arts and, okay, arts and hobbies as it moves, okay, all will move but as such. But only thing is that there should not be again an intervention of having another COVID or something, okay, which is disturbing. But it's a halt, nothing else. God has made a halt to realize the facts of the world and move forward.
Right. It's very motivating, sir. It's a halt which we all have faced. It is a point to be noted. Every student should note it कि एक जिंदगी में एक पड़ाव आया है, उससे आप सब एज अ सोसाइटी बहुत कुछ सीखे हो और अपने फंडामेंटल फैक्ट्स पे गौर करने का आपको मौका मिला है। बिल्कुल। थैंक यू सो मच सर फॉर योर गोल्डन वर्ड्स। एक चीज सर और मैं पूछना चाहूंगा आपसे कि बच्चों के पास सर काफी मेंटल प्रेशर हो जाता है, इनफैक्ट बिफोर कॉलेज, आफ्टर कॉलेज, जॉब्स के टाइम पे मेंटल प्रेशर बहुत होता है बच्चों के पास। तो व्हाट आर योर थॉट्स अबाउट इट? बच्चों को कैसे मेंटल प्रेशर को हैंडल
Yeah.
करना चाहिए?
See, this actually this is a see, ये जो mental pressure का बात बोल रहा है आप, and see, this is actually socio-economic factor is coming into more to the effect, and the real pressure from the student side. So the students have aspirations, so the pressure will be there. And now see the two points happens. See the working environment. Now suppose if you are in a school in a village, you are first all classes. Now you'll end up in a school in a town, you become again, see, now you are competing with another lot, okay, that first may be last. Now, okay, there, now see, the what happens is that the sense of environment is creating a big this thing. So what is required is that maintenance of the uniformity of the education, so that this the stretch is not just getting powered. And again another point is coming up is the cost of education. That means, okay, whether it is a expensive education, or it is a education which is friendly to friendly to get something. Nowadays what is called aspiration is coming at the top to go for costly education, but backup is not there. That means it's a socio-economic factor. Then the third point is what is coming is the parental pressure. Parental pressure means once you take a education, every parent is expecting that, okay, he or she should get a job or something. So what is happening is the peer pressure to get again to a education which a student may like or may not like. So now see, that means there has to be a balance, second balance between three things. One is that, okay, the choice of the subject by the student, and their ability based, okay, ability evaluated at the initial stage and taken diverted to that place, that will remove the stress. Second point is that the social economic affairs, okay, there must be some ways to at least have moderate education, so that moderate cost education, so that it is affordable even by support of the family or somebody coming forward to help, okay, to take education those who are good. And the third point is that see, you have got relieved of certain pressure at home, that okay, the education is not going to generate something, but getting educated you can generate something, you can try to generate avenues for others. So that aspect has to come, and that aspect is not coming. That's why you're getting peer pressure. The 3 points, okay, I feel that okay, the pressure coming from yourself to, to not to be a job giver rather than a job taker, okay, is a very serious issue which is coming, because that is motivated, saying that okay, you must go for some education where the job is there. Okay, but livelihood doesn't come again if you do not go for that kind of education. You do not get even a small livelihood, because see, if you are taking a education of some education and very talented, but a subject is not effective to give you proper earning. Okay, so that is creating a confusion in the society, and it is more of socioeconomic on to go students going under this thing. And other thing is that the final point is that, see, when they are combining together all these three things, they do not have additional time to go for their hobbies and implement, and the way in which they would have spent their childhood. And see, the childhood spending is now looking at the computer and the electronics, okay, gadgets. And these electronic gadgets and computers are reducing the physical exercise, as well as they are missing the natural part. They forget what is outside their home. Okay,
Right.
so that is what is making again them odd when they just go out and see something. Okay, I don't know this, and it is next to me. So why I ignored this for education or something? So, they
Correct.
start realizing that fact. That is why desperation is coming, and we have to make them open. And the education environment is getting very very confined to room. It has to have some kind of opening, and there must be facilities first, to have surroundings about education. See, if you talk about an IIT education, you see that okay, the campus are huge, and campus has multiple facilities, campus has multiple things to think. The students are willing to, what is called, willing to interact with each other. The students have peers to understand, peers to go and discuss. Students have openness to join together. Students have, again, hobby issues are being taken care of them. Okay,
Right.
so the stress management issue can be taken care there. But in some places, in many other the Indian education places, Indian, I am talking about Indian context, because a lot of students are joining from India. It's not global, I believe now. And if it is Indian, with the Indian context, see, it is the confined education in a confined place, with less of interactions with the with others, and restricting to the very very what is called close situation with the families, own families, and thinking that okay, job is the highest priority. Without job, okay, no education value. So these concepts is making them to finally get a little bit this, and they have to come up somehow, and we have to help them. And
Right.
people are there to help now. A lot of things are going on, counseling is going on, and the environments are changing. So we have to make more open environments. That is what I believe.
करेक्ट। थैंक यू सो मच सर। बच्चों देखो, सर ने बहुत अच्छी बात बोली, आप ध्यान से सुनो, मैं एक बार बुलेट पॉइंट्स बोल देता हूँ। सर ने बोला कि आपको ना, जैसे सर, बीइंग द स्टूडेंट ऑफ आईआईटी बॉम्बे माई सेल्फ, आई कैन टोटली रिलेट टू इट। वी हैड अ ह्यूज कैंपस, many sports facilities, there was many avenues where cultural activities were promoted. In it was an overall development of the child, culturally, sports, physically, and also the research point of view. Matlab, there was an overall focus on increasing the personality of the student in every aspect. So that is very rightly said, sir. तो बच्चों, हमेशा हॉबीज होनी चाहिए, कुछ थोड़ी सी फिजिकल एक्टिविटी होनी चाहिए, और दिन भर सिर्फ पढ़ाई नहीं होनी चाहिए। पढ़ाई होनी चाहिए, बट आपको पूरा ओवरऑल मैनेज करना चाहिए, तो आप अपना मेंटल प्रेशर मेंटेन कर पाए। एंड सर, जैसा आपने अभी बोला कि नॉलेज, फिर स्किल, और उसके बाद जॉब क्रिएटर्स। तो आई रियली होप हमारे बच्चे, अनअकैडमी के सारे बच्चे, इस प्लेटफॉर्म का पूरा फायदा उठाएंगे, बहुत नॉलेज गेन करेंगे, स्किल गेन करेंगे, आईआईटीज में जाएंगे, सर से पढ़ेंगे वहां पे, एंड जॉब क्रिएटर्स बनेंगे। तो थैंक यू सो मच सर। सर, एक चीज बच्चे अभी चैट में लिख रहे हैं सर, द टीचर स्टूडेंट रिलेशनशिप हैज आल्सो चेंज्ड अ लॉट। तो what are your views on teacher-student relationship after COVID specifically? How has changed?
Yeah, this is a very critical question. Actually, see, I'll tell you. It has advantage as well as disadvantage. See, some of the students actually from the remote education could get, okay, those who see, it has developed two things. One is that, see, when it has become remote education, you have option either to listen, not to listen. Either you are listening, or you are pretending to listen. So see, what has happened is that, see, this that the second thing has got carried away many times. But the teacher who could manage the show and keep in touch, eye contact with the student, and they could, I would say that they would have won many of the many the heart of many. And that particular aspect actually, that is again a personality issue. Okay, see, every teacher may not be, not necessarily that, okay, they can have an eye contact with the other person and take the things to that particular level. Now, see, what happens is that, see, it's a personality issue. And second thing is that the students, okay, see, it is like this. I'll tell you one of the example. Suppose you just pick up one, just you take a small herb and pick it up from the soil. Then you set it upside down. You put it upside down after removing the soil from the root, and put the roots up and put the leaves down. Now you saw that, okay, leaf is roof, and the leaf is the root, and leaves you put it downside, and you say that that is the district. What is called, that is the root. Okay, now see, it's very difficult to make a differentiation because the practical aspects are not going close to them. And see, the remote education has made, that is why what is happening is that remote education has making loss of the intellectual ability in terms of creative thoughts. Okay, and analytical ability. So analytical ability will increase when you see something and open it up. See, suppose if you have a bicycle, okay, the person only riding, okay, they knows all these students, okay, ये बच्चे लोग है ना, सब लोग साइकिल चलाने जानता है. कोई एक को मालूम है कि वहाँ पे कोई बॉल बेयरिंग होता है, वहाँ पे कोई बॉल होता है, they will not understand. So here's the practical aspect of when they are not going to see those practical points, and when they are not going to interact with another person, then they do not realize that और दूसरा एक कोई आदमी वो जो जानने वाला है, the person who is knowing that ball about the ball is is that can be a teacher. Okay, so the person who is knowing and telling is the teacher. So that concept is actually lacking, and that has to somehow being imbibed, and that is going to getting imbibed also, because people are also already realizing, parents are realizing that, okay, this sitting in front of a computer or giving some information doesn't help, okay, or only by doing something, okay, which is really which is just giving some textbook things, they are realizing that, okay, textbook is to be written. Who writes the textbook? The teacher writes, and who makes it to write? The people make them to write. In look से जो question आएगा, तुम लोग आप when you are asking questions, the teacher's mind will open, and teacher mind opens means he puts it in a different way. तब तो लिखा ही होगा. Then only it will be written. Then only the knowledge will be gained. And once the knowledge is gained, yet then only it is going to be dissipated. So the education actually has a now abhi jo teacher, and when you what you are asking about the relationship between teacher and student, it should be like parental care or uncle's care, or even to the brotherly care. Okay, ye jo whatever is happening actually is now going to be that kind of things, because the COVID has made all of people to feel that, okay, the human value, okay, लोगों का साथी क्या है, what is the pain of others, ये pain जो होता है, the understanding about pain of others is being realized. And once this point is realized, the teacher student relation, I believe that it will become closer, and a brotherly, fatherly, parently, okay, parental care, brotherly care, or uncle's care or auntie's care, all these kind of cares will occur from the teacher side. And people will come to, when they see that, okay, see what teachers are realizing that, okay, why not I give them opportunity to open up. Okay, that is what the feeling is coming up. Why does teachers are feeling? Because they are feeling that, okay, this stretch what is given has exposed them. See, zindagi mein what I have achieved in life, okay, can I put it in two sentences? If I can put it in two sentences to somebody in a convincing manner, that is the success of mine. But when they analyze, they found zero. Many of us felt that, okay, it is like zero. If चुनिए नहीं है, अभी तक मैं बना भी नहीं है कि दो तीन वर्ड बना सकता हूँ, दो तीन सेंटेंस बना सकता हूँ, but is it convincing to others?
when these points are being realized, definitely the teachers and pupils, okay, and pupils also realize, घर पे बंद होके, when we are isolated at home, just looking at this, can we do something or not? Tomorrow, कल मैं जाऊंगा, I can fare very well and get a seat, but what is my skill development? Skill development is zero. So they have to go to a person, skilled person, and skilled person will be teacher. Okay, skill trainer should be teacher. So anyway, the teachers and student relation is very going to be, going to remain, and the teachers thoughts are going to change. And I am going to tell you that this is going to be a good issue, that okay, more human values and more, more personal, thought, this thing helping issues will come before
Right.
the, COVID. What was there prior to COVID is now intensify in a big way, and the relationship will be tightened. I think that the respect what teachers were losing and students were, not giving, that will change, I am sure, and it is going to happen.
थैंक यू सो मच सर, दीज वर वेरी पावरफुल वर्ड्स। आपने जो एक बात बोली कि बाइसिकल में होता क्या क्या है वो भी सीखना जरूरी है, दैट्स द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट स्पिरिट ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग ना कि चीजों को सीखो, कैसे चीजें काम करती है। और आपने सर एक टीचर स्टूडेंट रिलेशनशिप के बारे में बहुत अच्छा बताया कि हर टीचर को अब एक बड़ा भाई, दीदी, पेरेंटल केयर के साथ बच्चों को ट्रीट करना चाहिए, और बच्चों को भी उसी नजरिए से टीचर को देखना चाहिए, मेंटर को देखना चाहिए, और अपने डाउट्स फ्रीली पूछने चाहिए। सर हम लोग अनअकैडमी आइटम्स में पूरी हमारी जो टीम है, हम लोग यही फोकस करते हैं कि बच्चों के ज्यादा से ज्यादा डाउट्स ले पाए, बच्चों से ज्यादा कनेक्ट कर पाए, ताकि बच्चे फ्रीली होके डाउट्स पूछ पाए। और एक बार उनकी क्यूरियोसिटी, इंटरेस्ट जाग जाता है सब्जेक्ट में, तो फिर वो अपने आप कर लेते हैं। वेरी वेल सेड सर, ट्रूली वेरी गुड। सर एक चीज और हम सर डिस्कस करना चाहेंगे, टेक्नोथलॉन इज अ वेरी बिग नेम सर आईटी में। टेक्नोथलॉन इज लाइक, मेरे को याद है जब मैं पढ़ रहा था तब मेरे कुछ स्टूडेंट्स साथ में आईआईटी गुवाहाटी गए थे, तो दे स्टार्टेड द थिंग टेक्नोथलॉन। सर टेक्नोथलॉन इज अ ह्यूज क्रेज इन 9th 10th क्लासेस, 11th 12th क्लासेस। आप थोड़ा सा टेक्नोथलॉन के बारे में बताएंगे, कब कैसे बच्चों को उस पर फोकस करना चाहिए?
I'll tell you. See, if you, I always tell to everybody, if you want to see, take part in 100-meter race in the Olympic, you will have to first qualify that you make, below 10 second. Then only you can go and stand. Okay. So see, job when see you have to have an analytical mind, and see your thought is that okay, you are going to create a knowledge hub that is going to be the most beneficial to the mankind. Okay, and to make knowledge hub, whether you are doing science, okay, fundamental science, whether you are doing applied science, whether you are doing technology, whether you are doing engineering, whether you are doing medical science, whether you are talking about environment, whether you are talking about energy, all these things. Okay, finally, jitna bhi whatever is coming up, it is going to be a unified education. Okay, which is going to be picked up in a like a vessel, and to draw from there, and see, you need now straws. So straws, if you have to draw something to a straw, you must have a straw being prepared. Okay, you can now see, you can make a bamboo straw, you can make a plastic straw, you can think of even just taking the whole vessel and drinking, right? See, these are called devices. Now see, see all these points. Okay, how to extract, and how to put, how to collect it. Suppose you say that okay, you want to store, you want to utilize a bucket of water. Just think small, simply. Now see, first of all, bucket of water tells you that okay, that there is water, but you don't know what is the purity, and whether it is going to cause damage to your health if you drink, or whether it is it has some components. Okay, it can be used in some soil. Okay, which is going to help you in the growth of the soil, or whether it is going to be useful for taking bath, whether it is hard water. Okay, whether it is going to make it distinct. All these are curiosities, and all these are points are of analytical mind. When somebody opens it, okay, now see, the issue is that now see, does water has a shape? You will ask, okay, how do store it? Where to store it? How it will remain? At what means rate? Okay, it will now wait out. See so many aspects, okay, will come. Now, again, after that, you'll think that, okay, what is the molecular level? You'll go to the molecular level and you'll think in the, microscopic level. See, whether you are talking about microscopic world, macroscopic world, okay, not everything, okay, is, guided by the finance. You take the microscopic world, connect to the statistics, then, go to the macroscopic world, you'll get all the solutions. Now, see, all to make all these things, analytical mind and analytical skill, what you need first is that documenting something, and, your interest being generated to do that, and executing something in a better way than others, okay, and understanding that what is existing, because you can never, it is, see, you can say that, okay, I made it first something. See, you say that, okay, I made it first time, okay, nobody has done it, then, nobody is going to believe that. Why? You have to document with the literature and evidence. And what way it is different if it is there already existing benefit? That means you have, either you have modified, is it an invention or is it a discovery? All these aspects will come up when you have analytical mind. And analytical mind demonstration is one of the best way is through, through generating, discussions, through, giving exclusive, exhibitions, or, or making, devices, or making, designs, and or you are giving some, creative idea, okay, floated, okay, on a platform. And, all these aspects are included in, your program called Techniques, okay, where it is, because, it is to evolve technology, and it is to guide technology, and it is to feed technology. So once you feed it, guide it, okay, and, and allow it to, accumulate there, then finally what will happen is that there is even possibility this set of students can deliver something, okay, through this, not on the same day, but maybe another day. Okay, and probably this particular health exposure and interaction can help them even to show in the future that, okay, they become the, leader of the things, and they have become certain things, certain people have become, and, and there are even scopes that, okay, certain government organizations and bigger certain things, okay, which you cannot think of, like, suppose, army techniques, okay, army techniques are patented, and many of the things, okay, you will not see in, because they are used in rare occasions, and you will not be able to see those, how those are, those technologies are, and what are those requirements. Now suppose you talk about space requirements, you cannot go to always, this thing, and where there is a platform you can just see. Suppose you are talking about a radar, okay, and the radar, okay, how it functions, yeah, and if somebody is trying to, modify it, somebody is trying to show a model, and somebody is trying to talk about it, somebody is giving the actual picture of this, and somebody is trying to do this, okay. So I think these are the points, okay, which, comes up, and I'm sure that, okay, these are being delivered through techniques, and they are definitely helpful, and they, they make dreamers. This is to make somebody who is going to dream high.
Right, right. Sir, Gajab, sir, you created my interest in chemistry again. But I liked what you told about how to develop the analytical skills. It is developed through the discussions to the people, with the people who know the concept. So that is what at Unacademy we all do. हम कोशिश करते हैं बच्चों के साथ काफी डिस्कशन करें सब्जेक्ट्स पे, ताकि बच्चों का एनालिटिकल पावर इंक्रीज हो। और बच्चों, आईआईटी गुवाहाटी की एक बहुत अच्छी एग्जाम है, टेक्नोथलॉन इसका नाम है, ठीक है। ये एग्जाम बच्चे 9, 10, 11, 12 वाले सारे बच्चे दे सकते हैं, लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में है। इसका कोई प्री रिक्विजिट नहीं है। लॉजिकल थिंकिंग पे बेस्ड सवाल आते हैं, क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग पे बेस्ड सवाल आते हैं, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं। तो इस पे जरूर रजिस्टर करें। 2 राउंड में होगा। पहला राउंड है बच्चों 31 जुलाई को ऑनलाइन मोड में, और सेकेंड राउंड के बाद जो फाइनल विनर्स होते हैं उनको मौका मिलेगा आईआईटी गुवाहाटी के टेक्निकल फेस्ट टेक्निकी में पार्ट लेने का, और वहां पे आईआईटी गुवाहाटी को विजिट करने का। एक बार आप आईआईटी जाते हो, आपको और मोटिवेशन मिलता है कि इस जगह पे मुझे पढ़ना है, ये वो जगह है जहां पे मैं इतना कुछ सीख सकता हूँ। प्रोफेसर इतने हाईली रिस्पेक्टेड प्रोफेसर होते हैं आईआईटी में बच्चों। इंडस्ट्री वाइज आप देखो, यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल पे देखो, एकेडमिक लेवल पे देखो, इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे सर का बहुत नाम होता है, और उन लोगों से आपको सीखने का मौका मिलता है। थैंक यू सो मच सर फॉर योर टाइम। आप यहाँ पे आए, हमारे बच्चों के साथ इंटरेक्ट किए, थैंक यू सो मच। और हमारा सबका सौभाग्य है आपका ना। आई होप ऐसे और सेशंस होंगे बच्चों के लिए। सर लास्ट एडवाइस जाने से पहले, अभी हमारे जो बच्चे हैं वो स्पेसिफिकली 8th 9th 10th 11th 12th वाले हैं, दे आर एस्पायरिंग टू क्रैक जेई एंड रीच आईआईटी, तो वन लास्ट एडवाइस फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स।
My point is, see, that okay, you have to keep yourself mind open. Okay, see, the IIT exams are just, it is to eliminate. Its purpose is that okay, how you just take your time. Okay, it means okay, how you fare at that particular moment, 3 hours, and never feel that okay, even if you are qualified or not qualified, okay, you have edge, you had an edge only. Okay, so what has happened is that, see, there are many to perform. Many will be performing well in many other ways, but trying to be best, trying to get into the best is the motivation, and trying to best is the will. But it is not to put yourself down that okay, not being in the among the identified 10 or identified 5 makes you detach you to do something. The one okay, जो लंबी लंबी रेस के घोड़ा है, the one okay, the horse which will run long is more important because it will deliver more important. See, that is what I used to tell. I tell that okay, God should give two things. One is health, good health, and one is long life. If you have good health with long life, you can do anything. Whether you are aspiring for IIT, whether you are aspiring for becoming a governor or a president, okay, all things can be fulfilled provided you have a long life and good health. And if you do not have those, you will not be able to do this. First, take care of those things and work hard, be on the top, but doesn't get that. See, not being the top doesn't deter you to be top again, because that particular top is come only through 3 hours of competition. But be competitive, try to do your best, and try to get into the best place. And and with your analytical keeping it open, because see, when you read one thing is that, open up, start questioning. You read a book, you start questioning the author, okay, who has written. They are maybe also look for, because the person is like you, and ये किताब जो लिखा है, तुम लोगों से सिखाने के लिखा लिखा है, and to teach you, and whatever question is said is okay through construction of education. Education जो बना है, the education is being constituted, and from there it is being picked up. So see, creative mind is the most important issue. Keep analytical and creative mind open, and you try to get the best place always, but never get dejected that okay, you could not make it or you could make it. Making it also, you should not feel that okay, I have done something extraordinary by doing this, so I do not pursue much this thing, and my things ends there. That is the beginning of again a new dream, and new culture, and new thing to adapt, and to rise high. So that those are the issues okay, which you should take beyond, okay, after getting. And those who are not getting doesn't mean that okay, you cannot expect whatever you get chance, because the anything you do good, anything you do more, you'll see that. See, the certain things, okay, there are two things, two advice in life, if I tell you: do more things, or do one thing best. Both is equal, both are going to be equal. Do that means you perform very well sometime, okay, that may keep your name for the doing that excellence. Keep doing and deliver and accumulate in a big way. That will make you more long standing, even that. See, that is applicable to those who have really cleared the exam, those who could not clear the exam. See, all will not be able to clear anyway, because they are limited numbers. See, their examination is to eliminate. How I can eliminate, how I can get 200 out of that. That doesn't mean that okay, the one okay who is the highest intelligent has gone. Their performer who is the highest performer on that day who has gone. So please never get dejected, and please, those who have got, never feel that okay, feel like a balloon that okay, I'll be inflated. It will be very easy to pinch and inflate it. Be careful about those things, and I think that will guide you and that will help you in future.
Sir, this was the best part of the डे सर, अभी के इंटरव्यू का दिस लास्ट 2 मिनट्स आपने जो बोला सर, दैट हैज इंस्पायर्ड मी अ लॉट। सारे बच्चों को बहुत इंस्पायर किया सर। ये वीडियो का आखिरी 2 मिनट सर मैं हमेशा अपने साथ रखूंगा, इसको बार बार लूप पे सुनूंगा। एक बार बच्चों को समराइज कर दे। बच्चों, सर ने कितनी बड़ी बात बोली ना कि हमेशा सबसे पहले अपना क्रिएटिव एनालिटिकल माइंड स्ट्रांग रखना है, उसको चालू रखना है और हमेशा सवाल पूछने, चीजों के बारे में जानना है। दूसरा पॉइंट, हमेशा बेस्ट के लिए अपना एम रखो, बेस्ट कॉलेज में जाने के लिए एम रखो, बी कॉम्पिटिटिव और अपने आप को खूब मेहनत करके, सर ने बोला ना कि बहुत सारी चीजें करो या फिर एक चीज करो उसको बहुत अच्छे से करो, दोनों चीजें आपको एक्सेल करने में हेल्प करती है। तो सबसे बेस्ट कॉलेज के लिए अपना परफॉर्मेंस एम रखो और पूरी शिद्दत के साथ उसके लिए मेहनत करो। फिर उन 3 घंटे एग्जाम वाले दिन में 3 घंटे में जो परफॉर्म कर जाता है वो उसका अच्छा हो जाता है। लेकिन ये कभी नहीं सोचना कि उन 3 घंटे में परफॉर्मेंस नहीं रहा तो यार जीवन में कुछ कमी रह गई। फिर से जीवन में मौका मिलता है और लगे रहो, भिड़े रहो, तो आप डेफिनेटली सक्सेस हासिल करते हो। चाहे कभी थोड़ा लेट होता है, चाहे कभी जल्दी हो जाता है, बट आप सक्सेसफुल जरूर बनोगे। थैंक यू सो मच सर, इट वॉज वेरी पावरफुल मैसेज, इट वॉज वेरी इंस्पायरिंग, इट वॉज our pleasure, our honor to have you on our platform. Thank you so much sir, thank you.
Thank you so much, all who have come. Okay, I am very much grateful to them also, because see, we learn a lot from you. See, it should be, I feel that okay, what the module should be. See, I would say that okay, I will I'm talking to Mr. Ajit sir. Okay, see, what you should have is that, display of something, and after that, ask these people to get question. They will more enjoy, and they
Yeah.
they are the one. Okay, they will ask some question. Okay, which we have to learn, because I am telling you, in my last journey, or not last journey, means okay, in the ongoing process of 25 years in IIT, I am learning from student. Student have educated me, and it is highly competitive. That okay, keep yourself up to date. Okay, it is a, for a teacher, it is a challenge to remain up to date, and this is done by these peoples. And these peoples only help us really to elevate our student standard, and keep ourselves ready, and make and be more creative, and feel happy to be creative for them.
Right. करेक्ट सर, करेक्ट 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 सर, राइटली सर। स्टूडेंट्स, हर बार आपकी क्लास में एक बच्चा होता है जो आपको कोई नई चीज सीखने पे मजबूर करता है और आपको खुद क्रिएटिव बनाता है। मतलब बच्चों की क्रिएटिविटी आपको और क्रिएटिव बनाती है। वेरी राइटली सेड सर, थैंक यू सो मच सर, थैंक यू फॉर योर टाइम। बहुत अच्छा लगा, आपने समय दिया हम सारे बच्चों के लिए, आपने बहुत सारी अच्छी बातें बताई। आई होप हमारे सारे स्टूडेंट्स इन बातों को जीवन में उतारेंगे, हैबिट बनाएंगे। थैंक यू सो मच सर, इट
Thank you
वाज
so much. Okay, good day.